Hi everyone, my name's Scott. Welcome to Planes, Trains, Everything, and welcome to Sydney. This is where I was brought up. My parents moved from Glasgow to Sydney in the 1960s when the work along the River Clyde shipyards was drying up. I grew up here. I spent here for 25 years. I was here in Sydney. Went to primary school, went to high school, got my driver's license, my first car, my first girlfriend, my first kiss. You know the rest. Anyway, I'm here with my son Blair. And while in Sydney, I'm going to show him a few of the sights, and I'm going to also reminisce a bit. Let's get going. Yeah, this feels all very strange. It's as if I've been transported 30 years into the future. I know the layout of the place, but everything's very, very different.
The next train to arrive on platform 18 goes to Bondi via Stratfield.
And this is my primary school, Eastwood. Yeah, I didn't want to loiter around the school with a GoPro, you know. But we're going for a little walk. Blair wants to see some of the typical houses of Eastwood. It's a very, very lovely suburb. And so a very quick walk around Eastwood. I think Blair was actually quite impressed. But then again, it's the first time he's seen suburban Sydney, and it's a nice suburb. But I'll tell you, in the last 30 years since I was here, the demographics have changed. There used to be a kind of a Caucasian middle class neighbourhood. It's now almost entirely Chinese, but it's a lovely place. We got off the train at Bondi Junction, and we're now going for a little walk in that direction. So are you impressed with Bondi Beach, Blair?
Yeah.
That's not bad. So this is Bondi Beach. Let's do a panorama. The beach is actually closed at the moment. There's a dangerous rip along the shore. Every now and again, if someone goes in too far, you get an announcement saying, "Can you get out of the water, please?" Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The boy from Saltcoats, and he's got his top off. I never thought I'd see that. And it's selfie time here at Bondi Beach. Okie dokie, back to the hotel because we have something important to do. Well, Blair's in the bathroom. I'll give you a quick guided tour of the room here. This is the Metro Hotel Marlow, and it's down as a 4-star. It has a pool and a restaurant, and I think that's why it gets the 4th star. But the bathroom especially is not a 4-star bathroom, but I will show you quickly what you get for your money here. Okay, this is a Superior double-double. I think we were upgraded. I'm sure I wasn't getting a double-double, I just went for a standard twin. But it's okay. That's Blair's bed, that one there. That's my one there. There is an issue. There are no power points by my bed. There is a power point down there, but that's the only place where you can have a phone charging overnight. You have to unplug the clock to use one of those plugs. It's not designed very well, this. There are no USBs. We have a fridge there, some drawers, a TV, and more importantly a kettle, I mean, it looks smart enough, because this is where most of your time is going to be spent. Here we have got the safe, everything you need. And here's the bathroom. Excuse the mess, but we have been living in here. No shortage of toiletries, but unlike the living area, no shortage of plugs here. 4. Have you ever had 4 appliances running at once in a bathroom? That brings back memories. Switches inside the bathroom. Although look at the state of it, it's all cracked. And the thing I don't like about this place, forget the towel here, a 4-star hotel with a shower curtain. Here you have to pull the knob to get the water running, push it in, and the shower operates. It's not a great system. And to finish the guided tour, a 4-star hotel should not have that. What on earth has been going on here? So it's down as a 4-star hotel, and that is because of its restaurant and its pool, which is extremely cold. It's definitely not a 4-star property when you're staying in it. Right, where are we going to be going now, Blair?
Dinner.
And then?
Pub.
Well, we spent 45 minutes looking for a non-Chinese restaurant in Chinatown, and guess what? Couldn't really find one. So we went across to Mr. B's, directly across from the hotel. Duh. Mr. Beans. Washed down by one of these, huh? I forgot to mention, I found something else in our 4-star room. This. Really? Look at the stains. I don't know when they last cleaned those curtains, but it was a little while ago. Right, plan of action today is, because it's a little bit showery in the morning, A, go to the laundry. It gets boring, yes. B, maybe have breakfast. C, Australian Museum. And then D, something special for Blair. Well, that's the laundry dropped off. That's the boring part done. It was a Chinese man in charge of a Chinese laundry in Chinatown. Who could have guessed that? Right, we're off to the Australian Museum now. What time is it, do you know? 5 to 10, it opens at 10 o'clock. Right, first thing of the day, in fact second thing of the day, because first thing was laundry. We're here at the Australian Museum. This is a place I've never been to. So thanks to Blair, I'm here today. And we're going to go exploring. Well, good news, we enjoyed the museum. That was pretty interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Australian Museum was a lot larger than I thought it was. The rain has stopped, the sun is trying to come through, and we've had a very late breakfast at 1 PM. We're just walking through Hyde Park now, heading up to Circular Quay, and we're going to go to Taronga Park Zoo. Oh, made it with a minute to spare. Right, we're off to Taronga Park Zoo. I was just saying to Blair, because of this trip, I've been to the Australian Museum for the first time in my life, and Taronga Zoo, this will be the second time. And it's been 35 to 40 years since I rode a Sydney Harbour ferry.
And also planting thousands of native trees for them to return.
What's this?
Okay. It's a new day and we've got some fun things to do. Yesterday was all about Blair. Did you enjoy the Australian Museum?
Yeah, it was good.
Did you enjoy Taronga Zoo?
Yeah, it was also good.
Good. Today it's a little bit of reminiscing for me, but something I've wanted to see and I never saw it in the 25 years I lived in Sydney, something which I think Blair's going to be impressed with. We have to catch a bus, not a tram.
Is it tap on, tap on?
We'll find out in a minute. I think it's a tap-on thing, yeah. And here we are in Collaroy, a rather pleasant beachside suburb on the northern side of Sydney. Although today it's overcast. And are the showers forecast, or is it just a 60%?
60% drizzle in an hour.
Drizzle in an hour, yeah, you can kind of feel it. You can also smell it in the air. Yeah, but this is something I've wanted to see. It's something I never got to see in the 25 years I lived here in Sydney. Today's the day. And it's nothing overly spectacular, it's just something I'd like to see. And I'd rather not get run over by this car as well. So let's find this place. It's called Long Reef. This is the beach at Collaroy. It is such an orange colour. It's brilliant. Right, we're going to be walking away up there, which is Long Reef. We're just walking along the beach to Long Reef now. Look at this panorama, isn't it lovely? Yeah, not a bad place to have a little bungalow overlooking the South Pacific, huh? What was that honk?
I don't know.
Very loud honk, as if it had come from a foghorn or something.
Maybe a cruise ship.
It could have been a cruise ship. There's Michael. Hello. Places like Long Reef are the reason I got so interested in geology back in my high school days. Sydney's made up of layers of sandstone and shale, and some layers are more resistant to erosion than others. Long Reef is one of the more resistant layers. The less resistant have been worn back. And this is actually quite a cool place because unlike all the other headlands around central Sydney and northern Sydney, this really juts out into the Pacific quite a bit. Unfortunately, it's not low tide. And in low tide, or at low tide, you can actually walk all the way out to the very point. We can't do that, unfortunately. What is that? Oh, it's just a bit of rock. Oh, okay. So you'll probably find, I think there are fossils in here somewhere, but I think they don't like you poking around and digging into the soil and rocks and stuff. Okie dokie, that is it for Long Reef. I can cross that off my Sydney list now. We're now going to go to Palm Beach. No. Okay, that's us now walking towards Barrenjoey headland and the lighthouse. We've got the ocean and Palm Beach on that side, and we have Pittwater on that side, and this is a brilliant place if you want to go kayaking. If you don't believe me, just look at all these kayaks. They're everywhere. This is the easy way. They said it was a grade 2 and not a grade 3. And here we are on top of Barrenjoey. We timed that really well because apparently it's only open Saturdays and Sundays at the moment because they're doing a lot of work down on the slopes. And today's Saturday, so it's open. The sun may not be out today, but the beach is still here and it's amazing. This was actually my local beach. It wasn't actually my nearest one, but this is the beach I used to come to when I lived in Sydney. Kind of down there, that's where I'd go swimming and whatever. And in fact, that's where I got caught in a rip and I was carried down the beach about a couple of 100 meters. No problem at all. Okay, we've just had a schooner to rehydrate. We're going to catch the 199 bus to Manly. We'll have something to eat there. And here we are in Manly, and our priority here is to get something to eat. So that's dinner finished. I had the barramundi. I do love barramundi. And Blair had Jillaroo chicken, which was what, grilled chicken with a cheese topping or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. You know, you come halfway around the world from Paisley to Manly and someone recognises you. Right, we're heading up to the ferry terminal now. We're going to go back into the CBD. And we're back at Circular Quay. Blair has suggested we should have a nightcap before we go back to the hotel. He's such a bad influence on me. Are you laughing?
Yeah.
Well, today is the last full day in Sydney and we've left the best till last. We're heading up to Central Station.
Parramatta, Blacktown, Penrith, then all stations to Springwood, then all
upstairs.
stations to Katoomba.
Carriages of this carriages. Please carriages.
After a 2-hour train trip from Sydney, we're here in Katoomba in the Blue Mountains, having a coffee to get me up to cruising altitude. And as soon as I step out of the station, what happens? Someone asks me for directions. This reminds me of my youth in Australia. Cicadas. We made it, the Blue Mountains.
और भी है लेकिन आप लोगों के सामने दे देते हैं। No, this one goes all the way.
Not suitable for people with a fear of heights. Last train 4:50, not a problem. It's just gone 1:30. Even we can make that. So how are you enjoying the walk so far?
It's fun.
Are you tired?
Not yet.
Yes, you are. Right, let's go.
Yeah, right.
The sign back there said 1 hour and 30 minutes to the lower station of the scenic railway. Still plenty of time for that last train, which is probably going to be busy, but we'll do this, it's fine. This is beautiful. I've always said this is what I miss most about Australia, the flora and fauna. It's absolutely amazing. We heard a loudspeaker just over there, so I think we're close to the scenic railway. Oh.
Dạ bao nhiêu chị yếu ra nè. Chị yếu thôi. Nhưng mà ở trên xứ chị.
Okay, in their wisdom, the operators don't sell a one-way ticket upbound. You have to buy like a daily pass, which will set you back about 66 Australian dollars, 33 pounds. All we want to do is to go up. Yeah, if you want to pay that sort of money, which we object to doing. Also, the queue here has got around about 200 people in it, mainly Chinese tourists, all part of groups. And the cableway up down there to the summit is not running. So basically, you'd be paying 33 pounds per adult to queue up for the best part of an hour to get on one of these trains. That's not going to happen. "45 minutes of upward steps." Here we go. So far so good. But we've only been doing it for 5 minutes. Right, let's go. And we made it to the summit. That wasn't hard at all, was it?
No.
It just reminded me of me trying to climb up Ben Nevis up with all those stairs. Well, we made it. Yeah. Right, we're going to walk up into Katoomba again. And here we are at Central Station. The last few days have been a trip down memory lane for me, and for Blair, it's really opened his eyes. What's been your favourite?
I don't have a favourite.
Doesn't have a favourite, but I think he did like Bondi Beach though.
Yeah, it was nice.
The Blue Mountains, as per usual, was my favourite. Anyway guys, keep watching because the next video will be based in Cairns, and we've got some pretty exciting things planned there. But in the meantime, thanks for coming along, and I'll see you next time.